Did you get a text from me? Yep, neither did I. Yep, like I told him, that shit don't work. You gotta sit there and one by one. You did. Slaps. Boom. Yo. Just check out the flow. You know, if you didn't know, now you know. Do. Drum, do. Drum. Yo. You know what time it is? Yo. Groundhog Day. Go ahead and get your boogies because it's cold outside. It's really hot in the mother loving. How y'all doing, man? How everybody doing? Please, if this is your first time tuning in, make sure that you like, subscribe, and share. Omega Classic Records is the page and the name. Yeah, the sweet sound of bombs dropping on top of your ass. We are back once again. We apologize for yesterday's mishaps. We had some technical difficulties in combination with a brother being tired. Brother get tired, man. Brother get tired, boss. But nonetheless, thank y'all for tuning in tonight. If you watched or seen any of the thumbnails online, we're talking about why artists, specifically to rappers, why they don't make it. Because it seems that the rappers are the ones that have the most casualty rate or highest casualty rate of failure in the music business. And I was watching Joe Budden's podcast, the JBP, and I saw something that just it really struck a chord with me. And it was kind of like one of those things where you've been knowing, kind of like you knew, but you didn't know specifically, but you knew, kind of like a those that know kind of thing, Um, that's what I heard when I tuned in and heard this commentary on why rappers don't make it. And all these years, we've watched rappers perish by all these means, right? Getting shot, going to jail, um, you know, uh, bad deal, all the way out. Oops, sorry about that. Bad deal all the way out of the game. Um, Drug addicts, drug addicts is something that is not new. We can go to, DMX all the way to probably the top 10 today, or probably the majority of them probably using drugs. So, yeah, man, what he said just kind of stifled me, and I said I got to share this because I know a lot of young up and coming rappers. I know a lot of singers as well. This is applicable to singers too, um, especially the R&B genre, being that it's dying, rapidly, and it's dying for multiple reasons. But that's a whole nother episode. But definitely want to share this with you because it was something that you're not gonna think that is really taking rappers out the game, especially rappers of color. You know, so you don't see Jack Harlow and Post Malone and white rappers kind of being subjected to this kind of outcome. All right, so but nonetheless, tune in if you already here. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and share. Omega Classic Records is the page in the name. of Mega Classic Records TV is the page and the name. So let's do it. This is Crossfaded.
Crossfaded, 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 crossfaded. Bad they never made it. Bad so now they hating. They bad for how they played it. I'm just trying to make it, trying to hold my placement. Thanking God for the graces, watching for changing faces. Crossfaded, this is special occasion. Subjects hotter than Cajun, and new lace. Crossfaded, I'm just a duck in the pond. Shout out to Dorian, my reign has just begun. I be crossfaded, 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 crossfaded.
Yeah.
Well, you ready? Let's start the show.
Now I see. Yeah, y'all. Crossfaded is in the heezy for sheezy. Please believe me. All right, so before we get to the meat and potatoes, because you know we like the meat and potatoes, especially coming from the Midwest. You know, a lot of us eat a lot of beef and potatoes, man. You know what I'm saying? That's how we get down. Um, Before we get to the beef and potatoes, like I told you, uh world news has been a little slimmed, a little curbed here because we wanted to focus harder on hip hop and hip hop issues and issues pertaining to more so black community, but we will be giving some sparingly world news. In world news uh today, man, Chuck Norris passes away at I want to say at the tender age of 89 years old. Man, give it up for Chuck Norris, man. You know what I'm saying? Got to give it up for Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris wanted to, recognize Chuck because, you know, if you are an 80s baby, raised in the 90s, he was a part of your childhood. Chuck Norris was one of the, I would say, latter uh, martial arts superstars to me. Um, and I could be wrong. I don't have his catalog per se just completely, um, completely locked in. I haven't seen, all of the missing in actions, and it's like 12 of them. And, I haven't seen all the Delta forces, but I've seen a couple. If I had to say my favorite Chuck Norris movie, what it would be definitely Sidekicks. Love Sidekicks. So, but yep, Chuck Norris is gone at that tender age of 89, man. I think 89. I hope I'm getting that right. I'm so sorry. I read it and um, thought I retained it. I think I did. But yep, man, prayers to the Norris family. Thank you, Mr. Norris, for everything that you gave. Um, Sidekicks was my favorite because of a young actor that was in that movie with him. Can't think of that guy's name. If you know it, put it in the chats. I'm gonna be asking a lot of help from y'all this episode, and I'm gonna need y'all to just take it and direct it straight to the chat. All right. So, but yeah, man, the little dude that played in Sidekicks with Chuck Norris, forgot his name, but he was one of my favorite dudes. And that dude ended up committing suicide. I didn't realize that he had committed suicide from a lot of pressures of child stardom, being a child in the industry, but of course, it's been a lot of kids that have died and perished in the industry like that, or taken their own lives. Wonder why. Mm. But nonetheless, focus on Chuck. Great body of work. One of our great, action heroes. I think he got a chance to come back in the Expendables one time, if I am mistaken. I think he makes an appearance in one of the Expendables. But just just a great martial artist, and as well as a great actor. If you didn't know, Chuck Norris wasn't he was an actual martial artist. Okay, so but yep, gotta send the kudos up to Chuck and thanks for everything that he done. You know what I'm saying? So for sure. Um, yep, that's one of my world news issues right there. Um, Something else that I was thinking of. As a matter of fact, brother was telling me about it on the text. What was you saying what was going on, brother? Who? Jonathan what? Mandis? Ah, Jonathan Bandis. Okay, Jonathan Bandis was the little dude's name in Sidekicks. Okay, appreciate that. Appreciate that. But what did you say? World news situation. You said stole my thunder. Tiger Woods was arrested. Oh wow. So yeah, I guess that we're gonna put that in sports, but I'm sure it's a world news situation because they love to make Tiger world news when he does something off of the course. But apparently Tiger Woods has been arrested, and we will find out about that in sports. Um, yeah, stay tuned. Other world news. Well, we are at war. If you did not know, it's official. It's been going on now for a few weeks, and we at war with Iran. And um, your big goofy looking buddy up there in the White House in Washington, he can't get no help from nobody. He asked for some help from different United Nations, around the table, and they said, "Nah, man, we can't touch that. That's all on you." And you went off and scrambled all this shit up on your own. So you got to sit on down and eat the plate you made. So yep, that's what's going on with that. So in other words, keep an eye on your television sets with that. Iran is a very we'll say religiously active, um, formidable opponent. Okay, these guys die for what they believe in, as you've seen in 9/11. These guys, they will crash into your house and kill themselves trying to kill you. So thanks Donald Dump for stirring up more chaos, as if we didn't have enough going on as it is. um Now you can see how what this is my handling of world news, unless it's you know, specific to us, but yeah, we gonna roll over it because it just doesn't have a lot of value, to the show and to abroad. I was giving it too much airtime. Those guys are goofballs, and that's what they're gonna be, and they're gonna be doing that, for the next 3 years and change. All right. But yeah, other world news topics. Feel like oh man, it was this, I've seen so much, but I'll just try to find the subjects that are more so befitting. Yeah, airports are still trash. I guess there was a crash at the airport where the plane crashed into a fire truck. uh Fire truck was just strolling down the airport taxi lanes, and I don't know, man. I don't know how he didn't see the plane. He's supposed to have some equipment on the truck to alert him of the plane, and you know yeah. Well, the tower got on, but I mean, it was like 9 seconds too late. The tower, stop, 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 stop. When you hear it, you'll hear the guy yelling at him, but it was too late. The plane rolled right through the middle of the fire truck and split the planes, in two, where the nose area of the plane just rips off right there on the runway. And they said one of the stewardesses came out flying. She was still in her jumper seat on the runway. And man, listen, if you don't have to fly, don't fly. Let this. I'll be honest, because we didn't have all of this, airport noise, and all of these airport, airplane crashes. I can't say who's responsible, but until we came into this presidency, and it feels like when we came into this presidency, we was having airplane crashes every week like a TV show. 6, 7, 8 p.m. every day, tune in, coming in for you. So that just seems like that's what's been going on. That's the pattern. If you don't have to travel by plane, stay off the plane. I myself will not be traveling by plane. You'll be seeing Omega in a residency here in Indianapolis. We're looking for a residency in Memphis, Tennessee. And you'll be seeing me travel highways and byways, big baby. We won't be in the sky for some time to come until they get all that right and get everything, all the folks that ain't getting paid, get put back up there in rooms so they can do their jobs effectively, and we get us and the rest of his days. So that changes. I'm not flying. Just you think about that twice too. Uh, there's plenty of means of transportations, by the way. Like I'm looking into those big double decker buses for this is recreation transportation. I'd like to take big double decker buses to somewhere to the coast. I wonder if they run to the coast from Midwest. So I'm looking into that. But those are dope. You know, charter buses are to run trips um, with her and a lot of her co-workers and friends. Charter bus trips to all kind of places. I mean, she would have buses going to anywhere. That lady traveled everywhere with buses. So yeah, I'm definitely looking into that. You should too. And let this stuff kind of clear itself up and blow over because it just seems too dangerous to fly, dude. What can I say? I mean, it's the truth. So, um, but yep. Oh, we got a comment. Oh, who was that? A Diggity, A Diggity, no doubt. A Dog in the mother loving house. A Dog. This is my M Town streets team representative. Air traffic control gave him the go ahead and realized he made a grave mistake by not paying attention. Yeah, yeah, I kind of got that sentiment. Man, it's just it. Hey, people make mistakes. It's just that we seeing them every week or every month. I'm tired. Helicopters falling out the sky with little kids in them. I'm tired. Uh, this plane crashed today. Matter of fact, it crashed in the sky because it ran into another plane. We didn't see the sky crash about 7, 8 times, this year. It's not funny, okay? Don't excuse me, don't take my humor to heart or as disrespect, but the situation is preposterous, and you have to say to yourself, well, why now? Why all the crashes? Why, and it's simple. It's governing issues, you know. It's got to be, that and a combination of other things, but governing issues, when you are right now today, you got people that are working for the TSA that are working beside ICE agents and they're not getting paid. ICE agents are continuously getting paid on a weekly basis. Some of them even boasting about them being paid $100,000, which is, I'm sure, a damn lie. These guys are not. Um, I just don't see that being feasible. All those guys being $100,000 a year guys, and not to mention the education and the skill set doesn't match up for that kind of demand. But this fool, he can make it possible, if he is, but I doubt it. But right now TSA agents are you know doing their jobs and looking across at dudes just standing there getting paid and they're not. So it's the goofiest scenario possible. It's almost like a real time reality TV show right now. And you can tune in, every night at 8, 9 p.m. and David Mura will, tell you what happened this episode type of situation. So, yeah, man, I'm just telling you how I feel and what I see. What can I do? So, um, but yeah, with that being said, man, think twice about your travel. Make it safe as you can. You know what I mean? Um, and other world news. Uh, I don't think I have anything else right now. So we'll be touching some more world like news in a minute when we come back to sports. But moving right along. So, oh yeah, if I never told you guys, I'm sure I probably did, but I need to make sure that I make that clear, evidently clear. Our mission, you guys, and this is our mission every time we step out here. It's to speak truth to light. We're here to challenge, lead, write, think, inspire, educate, build, fight, and dream. This is CrossFaded. And one of the things that we like to do in giving back to the community is raffles and draws. And you are looking at a pair of shoes I'm going to bring some attention to right here. That's a part of a draw that we are actively doing now, but we haven't put the advertisement together for it, but it is coming soon. But these are a part of a draw where we're looking for 5 kids that are performing well in school, that are performing well at home, and they need shoes. Those are the requirements. Those 5 kids. Out of the 5 kids, 3 of them are getting some kicks. The top kid gets these pair of kicks, and the other 2 kids are going to get a great gift. I cannot tell you what that is because I have not made my mind up about that last 2 gifts for those last 2 kids, but it's going to be great. So these are a size 10. These are the Jordan ones, the original OGs, the ones that Jordan actually has hanging around his neck in his first uh, promos with Nike. So we're giving these away right here. This is a size 10. Okay. So size 10. And also, I want you to keep in mind if the shoe doesn't fit, you can sell it. Okay. So sell it, take the money, kid, put it in your pocket, get you another pair of shoes, let me know if you have help trying to find another pair of shoes after you sell it. And then maybe I may match what you sell it for to help you get a pair of shoes. But those are the prereqs. The kid must be doing good in school. And notice I didn't say great. I'm not looking for straight A students. I'm not looking for the crazy A students. I'm looking for kids that are doing great. I'm looking for kids that are doing great at home. I'm looking for kids that are serious about their life and their school career right now, and they need shoes. All right. So if you are interested in entering that draw, again, this is a draw, meaning not a raffle, where people have to pay or put anything up to participate. This is a draw. So this is a completely free draw. And these kids are getting gifted these items. If you are interested in that draw, please make sure that you send your information to the phone number that'll be popping up down in the bottom left of the screen. That phone number is 317-509-0464. This is our hotline for classic records. Leave your name, phone number, the kid's name, why you think that kid should be nominated, and we'll look into it. And if we have to give you a call to ask any further questions, we will. But that's the starting information to get yourself submitted for the kid that you want, you feel that needs to win those kicks or win a pair of kicks or be a part of that. All right. Looking for 5 kids, show them to me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right. Um, with that being said, uh, oh yeah, your boy's got a new single coming out very soon. I think I've told you about it. It's on the 5th of April, Easter. Omega will rise again for the first time since Back from the Future, and I have a lot of great music that I'll be dropping out there in the hands of you folks this year. I'm very excited about it. We've been finely tuning our operation, and we've been holding back on the music to appropriately release it. We don't want to release Facebook albums here, folks. We're not looking to make Instagram songs. We going after the world. We going after the at large. All right. So April 5th, I'll be back. I'll see you. And also, my CrossFaded family, I'm going to send you guys a link early so that you'll be able to stream and download it. The single will be free, of course, and you'll be able to stream and download it before its release. And then you'll be able to enjoy it on Easter. It is a song that does relate in some ways to the holiday of Easter. But don't worry, this ain't a gospel song. All right. So, but other than that, stick around. I'll be back real quick, faster than a tick in a New York minute with my partner in crime. You know who that is. I'll be right back. This is CrossFaded. Yo. Gotta say what's up to my peoples, man. I ain't get the chance to say what's up to everybody. We got A-Dog in the house. He said what's up to that. It's my guy, my brother from another mother.
My football brother, another football brother.
Yeah. And shout out to the Montgomerys. We got one Montgomery. We got Pat Montgomery in the house. That's my man. It's been a long time, man. Thank you for tuning in, brother. I know I was gone for a little while too, Pat, man. We had to rearrange and get things in order and get things, situated accordingly.
Hey Pat, we get just there, Pat.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we miss y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. Shout out to my guy, Pat. Also, CWKs as well, you know what I'm saying? Right. Shout out to your CWKs, you know what I mean? My girl from the rafters, she's saying, hey. You know what I'm saying? CWK says, what's up, Jerome? You know what I'm saying?
They know you?
Yeah.
He ain't no fool.
Yeah. Patrick here, my guy. What Pat is that? What's up, Pat? I'm not sure. I know a few Pats, man. Right. Tell me which Pat you are. Thank you for being here and thank you for coming out. Patrick C3M 9Q.
Oh, you don't know that guy? I know that guy.
I don't know what Pat. I got a couple of Pats, good friends.
That's a big Pat right there.
Man. And also all the way from the East Coast. Give it up for the brother from the same mother as my co-host.
Oh no, Mr. Tone is in the house. My man is back from North Carolina. He showed his tail.
Oh yeah, he was out there in NC.
I see.
Okay. Okay, had a East Coast boy out there in the South, man.
Yeah.
Okay. I hope you enjoyed yourself, Mr. Tony, man. I know North Carolina is definitely a whole different environment to an East Coast fella like you.
Oh, that's a haven for that guy.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. So got Mr. Tony in the house. I just wanted to say what's up to everybody because I missed you guys as chiming in earlier when I jumped on. But anybody got any questions, anything they like to offer, please do so. But shout out to everybody again, once again, man. CWK, my man Slice, my man Pat, my man Mr. Tony, my man A Dog, and everybody else that tuned in. All right, let's get it. Y'all know what time it is, right?
What time is it?
Sports with the one and only Mr. Murphy.
A slow roller, but Martinez doesn't run well. Jeter up with it. Starts spreading the news. New York.
Here's the windup. Fastball hit deep to right. Another standing ovation for Roger Maris. One of the greatest sights I've ever seen here at Yankee Stadium.
Yeah.
There's my picture. Oh my God, who is that guy? I went to school with him, but then I beat him up. See?
Oh no.
Yeah. Well, our major story tonight for everybody that's in CrossFaded land. Everybody, if you didn't hear the news, and it's verified for World News Tonight, for our man, Mr. David Muir, Mr. Tiger Woods, arrested in Jupiter, Florida. For doing what he always does, get drunk and roll his car. This guy,
real, was another crash.
Rolled his Land Rover by himself. This happened a few times. This guy's got more money than God. He's got more money. Why can't you hire a driver? Do you just not trust nobody? I mean, you're not married or anything. But, I don't understand these professional athletes. They're reckless with themselves and their money and their body. And that last crash, that one that messed his leg up, he's been trying to come back from that. But, let's get drunk. And he was speeding. And they say the accidents always happen not too far from his house. Every accident this guy has had has come not that far from his house. Well, I just don't get it. I don't get it.
Did he get hurt pretty bad?
No, they had him standing up there. He didn't want to do the blood test. He did the breathalyzer, and he was up on the breathalyzer. He passed on the blood test. He's Tiger Woods. And he probably owns a little place where he crashed out at. Owns the police. But maybe not because he's in jail tonight. They have to hold him for 8 hours. They say. If it's a DWI like his was, they have to wait to hold him for 8 hours, I guess, for him to dry out. And then he can post bail and walk up out of there.
Damn.
And this jeopardizes, if you're a golf fan, the Masters are coming up. So this actually probably wrecks his chances of trying to get back into the Masters this year. It just. And I feel bad for the man because it is a disease, it's a sickness, it's alcoholism. Some people, and I feel his pain. I like to drink as much as the next person, but sometimes I don't drink and drive because I can't. But, I don't drink and drive because I can. He don't have to. He can hire people. Jeeves, bring the car around,
Yeah, man.
Come on. Come on.
Lord have mercy.
And everybody was talking about yesterday was the beginning of the baseball season. The Major League Baseball season started yesterday, and Netflix of all streaming services had the game. And everybody was complaining because it was a lot of glitz and glam, and Netflix was showcasing. But this is what Netflix is. This is what they do. They show you while you are at Netflix, we have wrestling, we have boxing, we have baseball,
Yeah.
we have, they were doing, they pulled out all the bells and whistles. And if you're going to look at it, it was really, it was a stage event is what it was.
Yeah.
Those that are the purists that just want to see the baseball game, they don't care about the glitz, the glamour, the Rockets red glare and all that. They want to see a game. They want to see it's opening day. There's hot dogs, there's Cracker Jacks, there's beer.
Yeah.
That's baseball for a lot of these people, the purists.
No.
So I mean, what they had going on. If you see the Netflix presentation, I'm not mad at them. They did what they were supposed to. They took a standalone game, which was the Yankees and the New York, and the San Francisco Giants that were a New York team because the Giants were the Brooklyn Giants. They came from New York and they moved out 68 years ago.
Oh.
They were down in the Polo Ground. Mr. Tony knows about that. He was a baseball fan. Ain't that right, Mr. Tony? Yeah. So it was a team that was in New York playing a former team that was in New York that went to San Francisco, but that one.
Yeah.
We also have, with the big, and then today and tomorrow is all the rest of the teams doing season games, the opening games and stuff.
Yeah.
But now we're on our March Madness. March Madness. We had Purdue Boilermakers win their game. Indiana team.
Did they?
Yep, they're moving on to the Elite Eight.
Come on, man.
We are moving on to Elite Eight. We passed the Sweet 16. Duke is playing. I forget who they're playing. I don't know if you were Tar Heels or you were Duke.
Tar Heel man.
Y'all lost in the first round.
For real?
Oh yeah, y'all was out in the first round. Back in the first 64. The Tar Heels was out of there. It was embarrassing, quite frankly.
Boys just mishandled Jordan's alma mater, man. Mishandling it, man.
But the Dukies are in. The Dukies are still playing.
Okay.
And they're playing. So we got the Elite Eight, and everybody's gearing up. The place to be, if you don't know, is Indianapolis, boys and girls, for the Final Four. The Hoosier State, the Hoosier City, the Hoosier Town, the Hoosier State is pulling out all the stuff. There's hospitality everywhere. You can probably walk down the street and smoke your blunts like Snoop did back in the day when the Super Bowl was in town. Yeah. They're looking out. They're loving on people. Everybody's looking out. The Final Four is going to be big for Indianapolis. It's going to be because the last one we had was 2015, and they showed out. But then the next one, the COVID came in and locked everything down. Everybody was in the bubble, remember?
Yeah. So
this is going to be the one where Indianapolis gets to show out. They're going to show you why we are the whole city, where big games come and thrive and flourish because we have the hospitality, we have the hotel, we have the people, and the cops are going to be on it. So if you looking about going downtown and starting some crime, this weekend or next during the Final Four. As soon as you go downtown, you are on camera.
Yeah.
You are on camera. They are watching you. They're like Michael Jackson. I kind of feel like somebody watching me, and they are.
One thing I'll say, and I don't want anybody to get mad at me or anything like that. When it comes to Indianapolis events,
yes.
When you're dealing with Final Four or you're dealing with
big events, e-ticket. These are e-ticket.
You're dealing with what you call e-ticket.
E-ticket. This is e-ticket.
When you're dealing with that, and you're dealing with even the big Farmers of America's huge event. Like
firefighters come into town. Firefighters and police, they come in and they do a whole thing.
They do, but they are definitely a lot more laxed. So, and that's because the crowd is not a crowd that has, certain elements of danger, and at Farmers of America, it's a bunch of kids, Final Four. There's a bunch of basketball related folks related to colleges, folks related to, they're not related to the college, by the employment or whatever kind of, direct tie to the college, their parents,
So, police, I'm sure, are always handling those events with a long-handled spoon, but not the same for nigga events. Nigga events, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry, we get the boot. We get the boot in the ass and the boot in the foot. So that's why Black Expo and Circle City Classic dates have been moved 15 times and moved a date 15 times, and a couple of them events is all but dead. I think Classic is on its way out the door pretty soon. They'll probably stop having it here in a minute. So,
but you know what we're known for? We're known for the Indianapolis 500. That's a staple.
Oh yeah,
that's going to be police up and down. Security is going to be heavy for it.
Yeah,
because that's our signature event. That's what they come from miles around for.
Again, and another event where those elements are really not really, I'm not going to say they don't exist, but nobody's shooting up the 500, man.
No.
Nobody's coming
and bringing up. Well, but they don't say that because now we're in war. Like you said, we are in war.
Well, yeah.
And high target, high value.
That's the only way it would happen in those circumstances. Yeah. But, the regular, attendee shootouts, and that ain't happening, man. These is national pastime events right here.
Right. And while they're out on our sports, we also are going to the round ball, pro bouncy ball, the NBA.
Okay.
We're going down, and everybody's jockeying for position. I don't know where everybody's at because I'm watching the other stuff that's going on. And baseball started, and my Yankees are 2-0. Yes, we beat the Giants. Got a assignment on the Giants. Yankees are 2-0. We got a game tomorrow night to complete the series in San Francisco. With the Giants, then we go to Seattle. We're crushing. The Mets are doing good. If you're a New York Mets fan, the Mets are doing good. But God bless all you baseball fans. I've never heard anybody being a big baseball fan in CrossFaded Nation. I just know what I know, and I know what I like.
I'm sure some baseball fans out here.
Yeah, I know. We got the Rockies. We got the Rockies with Mr. Slice, because I know he's Colorado. Memphis don't have anything. Do we have anything in Memphis? No. We got, Memphis Mafia. Do we got anything that we got y'all feeding into? I don't know.
So
ain't no Uncle No.
Yeah, he ain't said nothing.
But other than that,
we got Pat Montgomery saying he's gonna be there for the F4. What's the F4?
The racing.
Okay.
The Final Four.
Oh, Final Four. Okay.
F4, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you gonna be in the house for the Final Four, Pat?
Final Four,
hit me, man, when you get in town, man. I might try to run into you, man, and drop something on you, man.
Bring your sister.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see her too. But hit me, man, if you end up in town, man, and run up on you and drop something on you, man. A little something. Yeah. Slice was saying Illinois versus Iowa, Arizona versus Purdue, Duke versus St. John's.
There you go.
UConn versus Michigan State.
And St. John's. St. John's versus everybody's talking about St. John's. That's supposed to be the game.
They the ones who balling. St. John's.
Yeah, St. John's is balling. East Coast team.
Okay. Yep. Okay.
See, Spice is on it.
Yeah, he watching the sports, man.
Yeah.
Hey, man, you know what can Slice say? Shoot, ain't nothing going on in Denver. Ain't nobody playing no football, and damn sure ain't nobody playing no good basketball around there. Yeah, Slice, you ain't got no other choice, brother. Yeah.
Now, my last thing I saw on World News tonight is we got a new young quarterback. He's 14 years old. And he looks just like his daddy. He moves like his daddy. He's got the skills like his daddy. 14 years old. They're looking at him. They showed him on the spotlight tonight. If you don't believe me, check World News tonight.
Oh.
Guess who the daddy is?
Oh.
Mr. Peyton Manning.
His son?
His son.
Ooh.
Yes. The pedigree, the blood, the breeding.
It continues.
It continues. His name is help me, CrossFaded Nation. Is it Matthew? Is something begins with an M?
Really?
Yes. They say he looks just like his daddy.
Dang.
Just like his daddy.
Look at that. You got Archie. You got Peyton. You got Eli.
Yeah.
Arch.
Arch is in college now. He's supposed to be coming out.
Who is that?
Arch Manning is another one of the sons. I don't know if it's Peyton's son or Eli's son.
Oh, wow.
The Mannings are breeding quarterbacks.
Breeding quarterbacks.
So you got quarterbacks coming out left and right with the pedigree, you know.
Yeah.
All starting from the dad, you know.
Okay.
You know. Although he got beat up when he played as a Saint, you know. Peyton's dad, he really didn't do much. He was really they busted him up, you know.
Marshall Manning.
Thank you. See, I knew CrossFaded Nation.
That's
look
actually
at that
coming
boy.
straight
Take
from
a
the
look
honey
at that boy. He looked just like his daddy, they said.
Okay.
Just like his daddy.
For real?
Yeah.
And no, Denver, y'all can't have it. He gonna make his way back to Indiana so I can be a fan again one time. I can fan out if I can get to see a Manning in the jersey again around here.
He's 14 and he look, if you go on World News tonight when you get a chance, he showed a clip of him, the moves, the tucks, the dives, the moving the offense.
Looking like Peyton.
Looking like a dad. The reincarnation is
second coming.
The reincarnation.
Oh my
We
God.
have met him, we bow to him, you know.
Marshall, everybody yelling Marshall Mathers.
See, and everybody was talking about
Marshall
Arch.
Mathers.
Arch is the one that's up next, you know. And we never heard what happened to Coop. Coop never went into it, you know. Cooper Manning, he's supposed to be better than Peyton.
He's like the other brother that didn't play no sports, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But guess what? That is our smooth.
Slice gonna say you might want to tell Peyton that. Hey, listen, Slice, man. Peyton's name is on the mother loving hospital downtown, brother.
In Indianapolis.
The boy's not going to Denver. I'm tired of you in Denver trying to take everything, y'all. You know what I'm saying? He ain't coming, man.
You can't have him.
He's not. He gonna go everywhere but there, brother. I'm sorry. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, but check that out. Like I said, they said at 14 he got it down.
This dude, man. Hey, dog. Hold on. I thought you were a diehard cowgirl. Listen, I'm a fan of Manning. You know what I'm saying? I'm a cowboy. You know what I'm saying? I'm a cowboy. You know what I'm saying?
I'm a cowboy.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Cowboys. I'm riding until the casket drop. You know what I mean? All right, but we talking about Mannings. And we talking about Mannings,
the pedigree.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? This is in our backyard. You know what I mean? I know the Giants want another Manning. That's the only time they got to shine is when they had a Manning. You know what I'm saying?
We had a Manning and we shined.
Same thing for the Broncos. Well, I'll say they had Elway and that was their time. That was their Manning. Yep, and they ain't seen nothing closer. It was a flash in the pan until Peyton came back and brought y'all. Let y'all breathe again. Y'all was able to breathe a little bit.
Peyton over the end at the end, you know that. Peyton was washed up, you know.
Yeah.
The defense brought Peyton home at the last one. He wasn't the first one, but they dragged him over. They dragged his ass over the line at the last one, you know.
Yeah.
But that's what they done.
Slice said he's gonna be going to Baylor. I don't know which son he's talking about. But he's probably Marshall. But he's saying he's going to Baylor. That's
a football school.
Okay.
That's a football school.
He said, and then
Division One. We need to know the Division One.
Is it?
Yeah.
And then A-Dog said Arch is the QB for the Texas Longhorns. Is he?
Yeah.
Okay, so I can go see him. You can see him now, damn near.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He should be coming out this year though. I don't know. They making so much money in college right now. Not like it was back in the day with this whole licensing thing. These guys are getting paid in college $3, $4, $5 million.
Okay.
You know, so they ain't quick to run out and jump the big boy league. You know. Yeah.
Slice says Peyton and Helton are best friends, hence he's in Denver. Man,
he's still thinking that Denver swing, ain't he? That Denver
Slice, man. You got to ride out, Slice. You got to ride out. Hey, and
all grabbing performance. You know, it's full of valor. It's like it's full of valor.
Man.
You know, full of valor.
I'm out of here, man. And I think that was our sports, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, that was our sports. And it's a great sport. Hey, enjoy the basketball. We still got Final Four. Elite 8 coming up. Or it's coming down to it. Nobody has any brackets, so,
Okay.
I heard there's only one kid that has an incomplete broken bracket. He's 14 years old. Don't even watch sports, I heard. But he's got a perfect bracket up until this point.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who is this? Who is this?
It's a kid. He's just on the media, and a high school kid, junior high school kid. One of the kids, he's the only one in the country that has his bracket has not been broken.
Okay.
Not been broken.
Good job, little dude.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens when we come to the Elite 8, which is this weekend and part of the next. And before you know, we'll be sitting in the Final Four in Indianapolis. We get to see Pat Montgomery and everybody else.
Okay.
Okay.
Did I have anything in sports? I don't think I had anything in sports.
But as a Tiger, come on.
Yeah, that was crazy, man.
Yeah.
I'm damn near. My feelings is hurt about that.
Yeah.
Come on, Tiger.
Tiger just like look.
It seems like, man, after that divorce, and I ain't trying to. I don't.
When she came out here with the damn golf club, and he was busting out in the car and busting out windows,
and I don't, even a superstar, I'm not gonna speak a man's business like I know or like I'm on the inside of it, but it just seems like ever since that, it's been like these happenings, and I hate that.
Yeah, it's a recurrent happening too. It didn't have to happen, But it's the old thin line. It's a thin line between love and hate.
What I will say too that I see common, this reminds me of O.J. Simpson, and the I'm not black, I'm OJ. And it seems like OJ too.
It sounds like an entitlement. He's entitled because
he began to have incidents until the biggest incident of all.
Right.
Don't
be surprised. Don't be surprised a year that Tiger Woods died in a car crash.
Man, please.
Yeah.
Please.
He rode the Land Rover. How hard is it to roll a Land Rover? I mean, aren't them guys sturdy, close to the ground? They said he was speeding like 40 going. Like he was speeding like the revenuers was after him.
Yeah, man. Yeah, God bless you, Tiger, man. Get it together, brother. Because you got you got the world watching you, man, and
Jill Scott, he's gonna spend less time at the bottle,
living in the bottle.
Living in a bottle.
Yeah.
Poor Tiger.
Yeah.
I feel his pain.
Slice coming through with some info. He says Otto Shellhammer, 14-year-old 8th grader from the Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania area. So that's the little guy's name that made the bracket.
Right.
Otto. The little dude's name is Otto.
You come from Pittsburgh in that area, See,
the life of
Slice,
Otto.
Slice, you are good. How did you pull it up that fast, man? You see it? He knows that I know what I'm talking about because he's the only one, a 14-year-old kid who don't even watch the sports, but was able to put a bracket together to get to the Elite 8 in his bracket. Everybody's bracket was busted at the beginning of this whole thing, which was last week, with the beginning of the 64. Then we went to the 32. Now we passed the 16, and this guy is still going.
Yeah.
At 14. And he don't even watch sports, he said.
Yeah. Said he just a regular kid.
Just a regular kid.
Just a regular kid.
I want to be a kid like that. If he holds correct, that's $1 million and notoriety for that kid. He's going to be,
Yeah.
He's going to do something that a lot of people don't do.
Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen. And that was your Mother Loving Sports.
Yeah.
Man.
Drop a bomb on this boy. Drop a bomb on this boy.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think, and I just stopped the music because we are at a height. It's a height participation right now. It's a lot of folks in the group, and this makes it a great time to go ahead and run Wheel of CrossFaded.
Not Wheel of CrossFaded.
Wheel of CrossFaded. What y'all think about that?
I'm not ready.
Wheel of CrossFaded. So listen, I have the wheel made out because I've been watching who, stop by. And so far I have Pop Slice, Mom Slice.
Wait a minute,
Pat
they won last
Montgomery.
week.
Huh?
They won last week. They can't participate.
They did win last week. I think they are here again. I'm pretty sure. Let me know, Slice, if Pop Slice and Mom Slice are in attendance. You must be in attendance and watching in order to be put on the wheel. So we got the whole Slice family as of now, to my knowledge, but we'll get that cleared up in a second. We got Pat Montgomery, we got Mr. Tony, we got A-Dog, and we got Nene. Do we have any other participants? Any other participants at this time for the Wheel of CrossFaded game? Do we have any other participants? You are about to see the wheel pop up on the screen here in about the next 2 seconds. So that's who we have on the wheel. Do we have any other participants for Wheel of CrossFaded? Please speak now or forever hold your peace. We are getting ready to run it. Run one gift. Anybody else? Did I miss you? Yep. Moms and Pops are watching with. All right, so they are on the board too. Shout out to Pop Slice. I know I gotta call him. And Mom Slice. I got a message. I didn't get to. I wasn't on the pages. The pages are automatic. Just to tell Mom Slice this, Chris. The pages are automatic, man. So sometimes you may think I'm online and I'm not, but it has an automated content flow situation. So I don't see your messages if you send a message on Facebook or Instagram. But reach out to the CrossFaded line, or reach out to me, directly by messenger, or something like that, and I'll be able to see that. But yes, Mom Slice, I'm definitely gonna be giving you a call. I'm gonna give you guys a couple of more quick seconds. Somebody tell me if I missed anybody else. Is there anybody else to put on this wheel? I'm gonna give you about 30 seconds, and then we're gonna launch and give somebody something dope to take to the crib. So does anybody else want to play? Let me know now. Wheel of CrossFaded is up, and we're getting ready to run it. Look at that wheel. See if your name is on that wheel.
I don't see Honeybee Productions on that wheel.
Yeah.
What's really going on? Why is Honeybee excluded?
Okay. All right.
I'm just staring it up.
A lot of times, man, she the one
put the wheel together.
Yeah, behind the prizes and behind she be holding it down.
She can see something she likes. She might want to win it back. I was good. I might want to win that.
Try to win it back. All right. Anybody else? We got anybody else? Is that all we got for this interval here?
How come I'm not on the doggone wheel? That's what I want to know. Now, there's a deficient in on this game.
We try to get brother, gifts just on a regular basis. Shit. All right.
Mr. Tony, the game is fixed. Mr. Tony, the
game is fixed against me.
Yeah. I just passed through here on my way to work. See.
Hey.
Yeah.
All right, y'all.
I'm going Tiger Woods to the house. Nobody know about Tiger Woods.
Yeah. All right. It looks like that's it. Is that it?
That's it.
Is that it?
Let's roll it.
Okay. All right.
I ain't gonna win. So go ahead.
All right, y'all. We're getting ready to spin the wheel. Is y'all ready?
Can I get the bowl of cereal when we spin the wheel? Go ahead.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah.
I wanna you know what? I'm getting ready to extend the wheel time.
Oh.
I want this wheel to spin.
You gonna drag it out
a little bit longer.
Oh my God, I need cereal now.
30 seconds.
30 seconds
is a great spin time.
I can eat a burger in 30 seconds.
So we can shuffle.
No.
All right, y'all ready?
Yeah.
Let's roll. Ooh.
Honeybee is a winner.
Oh, I thought it was about to be a Slice family member. Hold up. Oh,
Let's stop the game.
Mr. Tony.
I
think it's Mr. Tony.
Oh, wow.
I thought it was about to be Pat Montgomery because it was slowing up on Pat.
We get that last click on it.
Yep. Mr. Tony T.
I put my power in there for Mr. Tony.
Mr. Tony
Now,
T.
what does he got so I can keep it? Because he don't need anything. He's got everything.
All right.
What he got?
What do we get? What do we got? Well, we got a selection now, Mr. Tony. I think I saw him with some Crocs on. I think he wears Crocs,
Right.
if I'm not mistaken.
I don't pay attention to his speech. So.
Mr. Tony, if you wear Crocs, I think I pretty much did see you wear Crocs, and I got something special for you. I am gonna give you what's called gibbets. Now, these gibbets are very special. We got sports gibbets. I'm gonna do a face cam so you can see these sports gibbets right here that have all the teams. You got see the Pacers in there. You see there's a couple teams in there.
NBA.
Yeah, this is the NBA gibbet bag right
NBA
here.
package.
Now you got the NBA gibbets, or I can do. I don't know how big of a football fan you might be, Mr. Tony, but we got the football, the NFL gibbets. So you got NFL. You see the Steelers in there, the Tennessee Titans with their trash bag. All right, and see the Atlanta Falcons in there. You see,
they got two times.
Yeah, Washington Commandos. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Commandos.
Yeah.
So let me know which gibbet pack you want, Mr. Tony, during the show, and we will get you your gibbet pack. But congratulations, you have won the Wheel of CrossFaded, ladies and gentlemen. This package is going out to the East Coast, to Mr. Tony. Shout out to Mr. Tony. Let me know which one you want, NFL or NBA, Mr. Tony. All right, y'all. That was good. I like that 30-second time frame.
Yeah.
It gave a lot more, Yeah. I'll say it had a lot more just.
Me and Adrian take the pictures there because it should have went to Adrian, see. or Mama Adrian.
Man, A-Dog and Slice, they stay winning, man.
Yeah, they do.
You gotta give Tony, other folks a chance.
Yeah, okay. Mr. East Coast needs to weigh one,
Man. Mr. Tony, that number that is down in the bottom left corner, 317-509-0464. Make sure that you text your first, last name, and your address to that number. I believe I may have your address in my personal phone already, but just in case, put it in that number as well, because I have a handler. Her name is Miss Bennett. Miss Bennett handles the packages and gets them shipped out and all of that stuff for me.
Bennett.
Yep, Susan Bennett. You'll hear her when you call if she picks up or on the machine. She handles a lot of your packaging and a lot of stuff she helps with behind the scenes. So please text that name, first and last, and address to 317-509-0464.
If you don't get it, can I have it? Can I have it? If you don't claim it, can I have it?
Man, you gonna steal from your brother?
Now,
man.
why not?
Take from my brother.
Take from my brother.
It's a shame. They already trying to get you, Mr. Tony.
We came from the same mother, so why not?
All right, y'all. That was great. All right. When we come back here in a second, we will be diving into the meat and potatoes of this situation tonight. So sit tight. I will see you here in a couple of minutes. This is CrossFaded.
Classic records, baby.
Paper, gotta get the paper every day. I'm on a mission going at the paper. Paper, making moves as I cruise, going get this paper. Italian shoes, stylish Jews, screaming, fuck you haters. Paper, gotta get the paper every day. I'm on a mission going at the paper. Paper, making moves as I cruise, going get this paper. Italian shoes, stylish Jews, screaming, fuck you haters. Paper, paper, yeah, that's all I know. Rich and black, help me lace my boots from the go. Matter of fact, let's take it back to 2004. Slinging packs, a pissy crack, out Buick doors. I was a hustler, I take 2 zips and make them fall. Forward stab, that was the track, if you must know. I had a sting that made it on cops. In the trailer, pointing the dope out, telling the ops. It was crazy, like any moment your shit could get knocked. Tuesday and Thursday, for real, they circled the block. Came out the door one day, somebody dead on the spot. In the street, they were standing, staring in awe. My first time seeing the dead body, and best believe it was over drugs and money probably. And the block went on, I think it even banged a little harder that day. Goes to show sorrow sells and crime pays around my way. Paper, gotta get the paper every day. I'm on a mission going at the paper. Paper, making moves as I cruise, going get this paper. Italian shoes, stylish Jews, screaming, fuck you haters. Paper, gotta get the paper every day. I'm on a mission going at the paper. Paper, making moves as I cruise, going get this paper. Italian shoes, stylish Jews, screaming, fuck you haters. I'm constantly counting currency, contemplating on conquering the victory. Could it be that I have met defeat? Still out on the same block, serving the same goods. Daily mission is cop, feed it back to the hood. Shit, it's gotta be another way about it. It's either keep flipping these bricks or spitting that hot shit. Born an R&B crooner, but who would've known?
No, not flipping the rap sooner. The streets was called. My time's limited for on bull. Rounding myself with full handles with rubber grips, sour tips that explode as soon as they meet the surface. Yo, 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 yo. We are back. We are back. We are back. Now, something great happened, tremendously great, over this. What has it been? I don't even know if it's been a week, man. Maybe it's just getting to a week. I think. Jay-Z is outside, ladies and gentlemen. The brother is outside. This is huge for hip hop. You know, in a time when we're watching artists like Drake and Nicki Minaj struggle with sales. I'm not talking about your, latter artists. Like those guys, what people got to understand is, when you're talking about the guys you hear on the radio in your top tens, a lot of those sales do not translate when it comes to shows. It just doesn't. So many stories out there in the landscapes. Finesse 2 times. Who else? Man, I've heard like a couple of guys in that, top 10 or, just those guys that are in that area of hip hop where, they're showing up to shows that are with a bunch of empty seats, that speaks to a lot. It speaks to stream farming. If you don't know about stream farming, look it up. It's where businesses, they are sort of like businesses, more so like underground businesses, where they are in a little room, and these businesses are people that have a lot of phones connected and just constantly working and marketing and doing stuff that is inflating numbers. Okay, so a lot of these guys are not seeing sales translate because of that. A lot of these guys are not seeing sales translate because rap fatigue. There's a thing now called rap fatigue, if you know about it. People are tired of the same garbage. It's the garbage that people have been
subjected to listen to, and they tired of it. So you got that. You got, man, in a time like that, this brother comes and boom, inside of, I want to say, maybe it was like 2 days, 48 hours, maybe 48 and a half hours. So 2.5 days. But basically, night one, if you look at this chart right here, this is Yankees Stadium. This is like this is the cover art for the show, basically. So the show is from July 10th here, July 11th, and July 12th. When they first opened the sales, you had July 10th, July 11th. I believe these two dates sold out in like less than 48 hours. Okay. This is Yankee Stadium we talking about. And then they open up the extra innings date just out of nowhere. No one knew. And he opens up that and it sells like in half a day. People were online. I was watching it unfold. I was watching people online. People were upset that they weren't able to get tickets. People were citing that, tickets are immediately popping up on resale sites. So, tickets are not sold and XYZ. And that may be the case where tickets are popping up for resale. I'm sure. I mean, that's a part of the game. But nonetheless, that stadium sold out 3 times in less than 3 days. Jay-Z had a line that said, I can make the Yankee Stadium more famous than a Yankee can. Yikes. So yeah, man. Just a testament to great music from a great artist and the power of it still being ever present, showing up in numbers, people coming out to, live events. Don't be fooled. Don't, think that, the live situation isn't what it is, anymore, which is true due to Corona, but not to the gravity of what, you would hear online or abroad. Like, you know, this man sold that stadium out 3 times in less than 3 days. So it's just a testament to good music and good hip hop. And, look at the landscape. That's the stuff that is resurfacing. Good hip hop, good music. It's coming back to surface. Hip hop itself has not charted probably in the last, I'll say, I think the last probably year to 2 years, we fell off the charts. This is hip hop, a genre that stayed, number one for like its entire age tenure in its entire age and tenure in music. Hip hop is 50 years old, I think, as of last year. Okay. Um, One of the youngest musical genres in the music business, but it's been number one for the last 40 to 50 years. In between there somewhere, because I don't know the exact, could have been 48 years, but it's like been number one 95% of that time up until the last year, 2 years, where we fell off the charts because of rap fatigue and a lot of garbage. So in a time where that is happening, you got, this legendary artist, Jay-Z, selling out one of the biggest venues 3 times. That's amazing, and I wanted to spotlight that because these are the things that I feel are just, man, hope segues. We need hope more now than ever inside of the game, inside of the life format we're in, and man, that right there just said Mounds. So shout out to Jay-Z, Rock Nation. Um, I should have my ass at that show. I really should, man. But I'll be catching some more shows here later. I'm still kind of healing up from my knee injury. I'm doing great, but I'm not ready for, huge venues and a lot of stairs and all of that. But I'll be going very mother loving soon. I'll be back soon. All right. Gotta be, especially for my own shows this year. So, but shout out to Jay, man. You know what I mean? That's just amazing to see. Hip hop is alive and well, even though it's not on your top 10, and still selling out venues as big as Yankee Stadium. All right. All right. Um, sorry about that. I had a little screen trouble there. Okay, good. All right. Um, next. What are you talking about? All right. So, we've been discussing about for years the things that kill artist careers, specifically rappers. So you know of all the dangers and all of the pitfalls and whatnot. If you don't, let's see if I can pull up our thumbnail so you can see that. Yeah, man, everything from um man, you name it, all the way down to even death itself, in the form of drug overdoses, in the form of being gunned down. Uh, these things are key elements to the uh, demise of hip hop artists. And you see this, you look at this list. You see this on TV, you see it on your phones, on all of your devices when you tune in. Another hip hop rappers. We looking at Lil Durk, and he's facing murder for hire charges and everything. And you looking at 6ix9ine, and this guy's in jail again for I think violation of parole or probation or whatever. And then another rapper is gonna die this week. I hate to say that like that, but that's like the pace. So drug overdoses, got killed, went broke, snitch, bad record deal, locked up, or just too old. These are crux pitfalls to gut rappers, right? Okay, they're elements, but what if I told you that they are not the key components to rappers' failures? What if I told you that it's bigger than that? What if I told you that the failure is something that is by design? Now, that ain't too much of a surprise, right? Like, we know how at this point, how music, works, how entertainment works. I think the world today is more abreast of how backwards the music industry is and entertainment abroad. You know, we've seen a lot of case studies. I have myself. If you're, a student of entertainment, you have to. And it stretches from not only music but to film. I was looking at I can't think of the brother's name, but he's an African guy that played the main character in Amistad. He's the guy that the whole movie, kind of centers around, and he's like the leader of the guys of the stolen slaves on that boat that were brought over. I can't think of his name to save my life, but fantastic actor. He's also in the Marvel universe too, in Thor's world. He's like one of the Guardians or whatnot. If you know that brother's name, put it in the chats. But I seen an interview with him not too long ago, and he was just talking about how hard it has been to pay bills and get by, and he doesn't still to this day make a lot of money. He said, people think we make a lot of money, but we don't really make a lot of money. At least I don't. He said they wanted to keep me, in this box of being this immigrant African dude, my entire career here. They wanted to just keep me there. Yes, Demon Hansu. I hope I'm saying your name right, brother. I hope I'm doing you justice. The D is probably silent. Jamon Hansu. Django. The D is silent. So yeah, just kind of just kind of you see that those ethics stretch from film to music. If it isn't him, you got artists that are you know um going every which way because they have no attention, and they are not with the world's eyes and ears, and that makes them a non-priority to the labels they're on, and then the rest is just so it's all of these things, but there's a core uh to these things. It isn't these things alone. It's a core, it's a start, and it's a form of what the industry utilizes for part of their, I'll say, um prey ethics. And I don't mean prey, but I mean prey as uh the lions in the landscape that are looking for their next meal. Okay, so I was watching a clip or a few clips, and I came across this clip of Joe Budden and the Joe Budden podcast. And Joe Budden, um, he took the statement that he had found of a record producer of whose name he wouldn't say, but he is a famous record producer, and the record producer he's actually giving this statement to someone in the room while there's other stars in the room. Joe Budden also did not want to say who the other stars were that were in attendance during this conversation. But what Joe Budden does say is once this record producer gives his theory, or really what he feels is not a theory, but the fact of why a lot of artists fail, the artists abroad in the room were quiet. They say that pins dropped and you could hear them. And everybody with their silence was in agreement. So why do most artists fail? I've for years said a lot of these, but I have always in my heart believed that um yeah, it had to be lack of tenacity. Look, your artists that did make it, they made it, and I'm gonna keep in the rap genre, okay? Because this was a hip hop producer in a room with rappers, and was speaking specifically to the failure of rappers. So I'm gonna keep it there. What I've seen from the rappers that you love and know the most, let's go down a list. I made just a short list, okay? And yes, this list has none of the top 10 or new rappers on it because we do not know if they will survive. We do not know if they will make it. We do not know if they will be here next year. A lot of those guys are what you call disposable, like Dixie cups or tissue paper. So, Wu-Tang Clan, 50 Cent, Jay-Z, Dr. Dre, Eminem, E40, Too Short, Snoop Dogg, Rakim, Slick Rick, Nas, Bun B, 8 Ball and MJG, Scarface, T.I. I'll stop there. Those that list of artists, that group, are guys who have been tempered. They're guys that they come from some of the most severe hood conditions that you can imagine. Guys coming out of projects and tenements and had to live through some of the most treacherous circumstances that you could imagine if you've never lived in the hood or been from the hood or have any knowledge of the functionality of the hood. All right. So in a way, these guys were kind of, you can say, molded and shaped to be able to withstand walking into a treacherous business. They came from treacherous street corners, and they were able to take a lot of those skills and those skill sets that they learned and utilized, and bring them into the music business. And a lot of those skills were able to keep them. All right. So I think you're getting a little bit of where I'm going, what I'm coming to, but I'll let you hear how Joe Budden lays out the commentary from the producer that started this conversation. It's an amazing analysis. And I will say that he is dead on right. I just never heard anybody quite put it this way. So why do most artists fail? Well, it's not for the reasons you think, but I'm going to say tonight, this is it, period. Take a listen.
A record producer in LA said, most musicians don't fail because they're bad. They fail because their nervous system can't survive the industry. And every artist in the room went still. He said the biggest myth in music is that success depends on exposure. No, he said, it depends on whether your body can handle being unseen longer than you expected. Most artists quit not because they're untalented, but because their brain interprets silence as danger. The industry doesn't break voices, it breaks nervous systems. They scout emotional, he said, labels don't scout talent. They scout emotional durability. This is when I saved this.
Yeah, this is the one where you spin. Yeah.
The ability to create when numbers drop, to write when no one cares,
Facts.
to perform after rejection number 47.
Or 447.
Yeah, 4,047. To stay human when algorithms treat you like a product.
Air horns.
He said 90% of rising artists crumble not from hate, but from the invisible weight of being ignored.
Yeah, you left Earth right there.
Then he told the story of a singer who went viral overnight and disappeared 6 months later. Not because she lacked songs, because the dopamine crash after fame felt like grief. He is killing this.
Yeah.
Her body couldn't handle the altitude, he said. And no one teaches artists how to breathe up there. The crowd went silent, like they suddenly recognized themselves. He revealed the real industry filter. Consistency under emotional pressure. Not talent, not looks, not luck. Just the ability to keep creating without collapsing into comparison, self-doubt, or the terror of being, quote unquote, too late. Most artists don't lose their dream, he said. They lose their self-trust. He ended with a line that felt like a punch. Your biggest enemy isn't the industry. It's the version of you that believes you're running out of time. He is killing.
Smoking, yeah.
Because that belief kills more careers than bad marketing or missed opportunities. And every musician in the room suddenly exhaled, like someone finally named the monster under the stage.
So, the nervous system, man, the nervous system is an amazing thing. All right. That's a very powerful statement. When you think about it, and if you've never heard it put that way, think about what happens to the body when the nervous system folds. Even if it's unbeknownst to you, like the body has ways of working when the nervous system collapses. Things start to kick in, adrenaline, other body, chemicals to protect you, to protect the wound, to respond to physical or mental shock. These things kick in to save you. You know what I'm saying? So in a business where they don't have any kind of medical plans or any kind of psychiatric offerings or help, but yet the business is heavily psychological because you're dealing with, constant appeasement when you're in music, the appeasement of your crowd. You're constantly trying to, barter and beg for attention, especially in today's musical society. In fact, attention is a greater commodity than the actual music itself. We've gotten to a point now where music is not even the important factor of an artist. The most important factor of an artist now, as sad as it is to say, is what they're doing on Instagram or today, day-to-day life. So think about what that does to the nervous system. You ever seen The Truman Show with Jim Carrey, and this guy is living in front of this camera all these years. Well, it's unbeknownst to him, okay? But imagine living in that context and you know the camera's there. You've grown with the camera. You've shared your life with the camera. The camera's with you at, parties. It's with you with your family. It's with you when you're alone in the bedroom getting dressed. It's with you at the pool. It's with you in the car. You're constantly talking to it. You're constantly watching engagements, watching receptions. You're measuring by likes, shares, comments. You live by the camera. So, easy to say. You could point at a Kim Kardashian. They live by the camera, so much so to the point of being able to get a television show deal, and then they've been the Kardashians ever since. I don't know how many seasons now, 6, 7 seasons. Living by the camera, even in your most intimate moments. I've seen some influencers even share heartbreak, death in families. It has become the Truman Show right before our eyes, ladies and gentlemen. But what if the camera was just took away like that from those people? What that would do to them? How they would probably cripple themselves, how they would falter. Because you're just so used to being in front of this camera every day. You've been the Truman Show, this long, and now the camera's gone and you have nothing to give something to today. You have just yourself. So now you're forced to think. You're forced to consider your environment. You're forced to participate in society. You're forced to participate with people physically. Like what would happen to that person? And we've seen influencers, meltdown. You've seen at this point stars meltdown. Britney Spears, Whitney Houston. It ain't just the drugs. It ain't just the alcohol. It's not just the shootings. It ain't just the age factor. It's the business and the effects that it has on the person. So it's about strong will and more of that than strong skill. So we at a point right now where I don't even think skills matter. Some of the worst music you can find is in circulation, and it's favored, whether we know it or not. You got bots doing a lot of the work. You got stream farms doing a lot of the work. So, and it shows when these artists, go and perform publicly and they can't, sell out anything. So, it's more than just those issues by themselves. And when it comes to hip hop, oh man, it's the genre that's preyed on the most by the record labels. That's because for the last 48 years, it's been the top charting genre. It's been the most highest grossing genre. Hip hop is in everything you live and breathe and do today. 48, 50 years ago, it was thought to be more like a genre akin to punk. Not just because of its edginess, but also because of its probability of failure. People thought it wasn't going to survive. People thought hip hop was not even music. It'll be gone tomorrow. Fast forward today, hip hop is now in your Tide commercials. Procter and Gamble using hip hop songs. So what does that say? It should say a lot. To you artists out there, I got to bring it back here. You're in business. So I think if you keep in the mind and in perspective that you're in business, you can wrangle the monster of an industry like music because you're in business. You're not just there to appease. You're not just there to do a show. You're not just there to get attention. When you put business first, I feel like that's a remedy in itself. I feel like that alleviates a lot of the stress and the probability of nerve shock, from, oh, these fans didn't show up to this event, or, oh, my Instagram ain't had no followers in so long, or, oh, this post, nobody liked it. People are melting down over that. And I think that's because they're not focused on business. They're focused on attention. So you got to protect yourself at all times. Mills Lane, one of my favorite boxing referees. And I can hear my father in my head too. Put your elbows in. Protect yourself at all times. Keep your hands up. You know what I'm saying? In this game, in music, form of protection, recognize that you're here for a reason, that you're here to make music and to share it with the world, and to also heal yourself in the process. That's what music is about. But when you listen to music today and you listen to the top 10s, the music that's being made, it has no healing factors. I'm fucking your bitch. I'm fucking his bitch. I'm killing you. I'm killing him. Blicky blicky. You know what I'm saying? That's destruction. Now listen, hip hop has a lot of that. Hip hop is built on some of that. This is hip hop. We can go to battle rapping. We can go to different elements of hip hop that are about contest. They're about the battle. Okay. But today, even battle in itself has gone off the deep end. You look at Kendrick and Drake, and we talking about people's wives. We talking about people's children. Like, the elements have gone off the mat. It ain't just about the music. And I say to those that are in that lane, find your passion for the music, and you'll find your mission. If you don't have a mission, you got to realize, man, you're not really here to service anything. That goes to the rappers that are, just making Kilgore music. That goes to the rappers that one day they're country, rappers. Then tomorrow, they're heavy metal rappers, and then they want to, next day when they didn't, find appeasement in whatever, areas, platforms, or whatever reception areas, they want to come back to being regular rappers. What are you doing? How does that service? Listen, I can't tell you about country music, bluegrass. I can't tell you about genres outside of my purview. But when it comes to hip hop, when it comes to blues, them are genres that was made to heal. It was a lot of hurting going on when them genres were at their best, when they were, up and coming. Hip hop, Grandmaster Flash, broken glass everywhere, people pissing in the corner, man, they just don't care. Black young brothers talking about how they live in a tenement where people piss on the stairs that we have to walk by every day just to go outside. And then when we get outside, there's broken glass and, niggas with guns. Blues, heartbreak. Heartbreak from cheating spouses. Heartbreak from alcoholism. Music made coming from the gut. Pure passion. Some of your greatest songs that stick to you, they fed you something. They fed something in your soul. So I'm sorry, but I'm I'm fucking your bitch. I'm fucking his bitch. It just doesn't do anything for me. Like I'm not able to take that and make it applicable to life. You know what I'm saying? So, young brothers, don't get in this game and emulate top 10 rappers, because that's what's happening, because that's what labels are pushing for. A lot of these labels, they still have there's a small amount of the labels in the landscape now than what it used to be, but they still have a lot of the power and a lot of fortitude. Radio airwaves are still powerful, and that time is still being bought spin for spin. And the people that can afford it are record labels. Indie guys like myself, we can't afford to, pay $250,000 to sew up one region of radio stations with our new single. And that's ideally, cost from I think 2019, 2020, last I checked. Yeah, it was like $250K to have placement all over the southern region. We were checking this for Youngbleed at the time. So yeah, you don't have that luxury being an independent artist, and those record labels still have that power and that reach. That's enough reach to put the bullshit artists they've signed out there and to block you and anybody else. So you're not gonna be able to get the real stuff going to the radio station. And to you brothers that's own those top 10s on the radio station, you're a part of the matrix. I guarantee you, in that top 10, everybody is probably in the song selling sex, jewelry, drug usage, and gunplay. Them is more than likely the prerequisites to get on that top 10. So, and then next year, it'll be a whole nother top 10, and nobody from last year's top 10 will be in that place. Probably because a lot of them top 10 from last year died, went to jail, succumbed to drug usage, etc. God bless, because I don't want that outcome for anybody, but we've kind of been watching this pattern now, right? Yeah. It's a young rapper that just died like 2 days ago. I can't think of the guy's name. There's so many of them, and their names sound the same. OTB, OTB Frank, JBC John, and it's just these little dudes got acronyms out of this world now. Everybody's an acronym rapper, so the artists that we come from our time, we were able to hear them bare their souls to us. That's why we can put them songs on now. I get the chills when I think about that. You know what I'm saying? When I think about, songs that Jay-Z gave, talking about how he had to sell cocaine, talking about how he felt like he had to shoot his brother one night, these are songs that were designed to help you navigate pitfalls and struggles of real life, living in hood and project tenement situations, and use these songs for your survival. Okay. If I was to take that from drill rap, it would be no elements of survival. It would be all about murder. I'd be killing everything I'd see moving. And essentially that's what we're watching. You go to Memphis, you can't even go to a gas station without it looking like, the military coming through the damn gas station door. You got little dudes walking around with assault rifles hanging out their pockets. Little dude got a whole Draco in his right pocket. Shit is out of control. But be that as it may, we can only do what we can with what's in our power. And what's in my power is what I'm doing right now, giving you the word, giving you that commentary from Joe Budden and that perspective from that record producer. That is real. Shit is real. Think about the artists that have committed suicide. Think about the artists that that have mysteriously died. Think about the artists that have that are still in jail right now. Some of these little guys' favorite rappers when they was on the wake up is still in jail. Still in jail. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a list of their names, you know, but it's a lot of them still in jail right now. You know? Hold up, I'm seeing some comments come through. I'm sorry if I missed your comments. Those are the prerequisites to being signed to a label. Yes, I believe that. Yes, sir. Thank you, Pat, man. It is. It's very sad. Very sad. So what I can leave you with is this. This episode was important because being young, you're not going to think about your nervous system. When you're young, you're not thinking about, you know, self-implosions and thinking about, you know, nervous breakdowns. I would hear the word nervous breakdown when I was a kid, and I was hearing it from grown folks, especially my mother. I'm gonna have a nervous breakdown, you know. And it was a lot of what was going on in her job and what she was going through. My mother worked for General Motors truck and bus. My mother threw metal for a living for 30 years. She would have cuts on her hands, and then she graduates from throwing metal to working in the benefits office, and she broke records. She was like the first Black female benefits representative out of local UAW 23. She broke records, you know, in other things, other categories in that position, you know. So a woman, you know, like that saying that, you know, and I'm a kid, I'm like, dang, you know, it must be really, you know, bad, you know. But as a kid, you don't know nothing about no nervous breakdown, man. You know, and to these kids that are being signed on the dotted line to these record labels, they don't know anything either. They don't know anything. It's the record label's pleasure to manipulate, and to manipulate well, you need an artist that's very young, an artist that hasn't had much life exposure, and then you can have your way with him. You know, he's going to do it too, because he comes from circumstances of not having anything, and this is the most he's ever had, you know, and he doesn't know how to perform with these newly found riches and amenities. He doesn't know what's necessarily appropriate. So what does that translate into? It translates into stuff like Finesse 2 Times having a concert and somebody shooting the AK in a tightly packed club, if you've ever seen that footage. I had a homeboy that was running around with Finesse 2 Times' crew and trying to, you know, be like a promoter or marketer for them one season. It's like the season of 2018. And, you know, I had to tell him, man, be careful, you know, like, and then I swear, I shit you not, that same tour, somebody pulls out like an assault rifle in this little hole in the wall club where it's like, it probably was like 100 people. And it's like chest to back in there. Imagine that. Imagine being in this little tightly packed space and somebody pulls out a long rifle, an assault rifle, and just gets to shooting all through the club. And that situation is essentially what got Finesse 2 Times locked up, and then he's just now getting back out like about a year ago, maybe less than a year. So this is the energy, you know, that you bring to your shows. This is the energy that your music attracts, you know, and you know, ask yourself, is it really a service or disservice? If you care. I feel like, you know, a lot of the younger artists may not care enough about living to ask that question. Sad as it sounds. So, if you would like more of that Joe Budden episode, text me in the chat and I'll send it to you so you can, you know, sit and watch it and comb over it, especially artists. If you're an artist and you're wanting to watch that entire episode, hit me in the chat or you can hit the Classic Records line 317-509-0464, and I will send you that episode in a link, because you need to watch it if you're an artist, because you need to educate yourself, because the attention, that's a part of the business, but it's not the focus. It ain't the focus. You're supposed to be making music that saves you and saves somebody else. Period. You're not supposed to be sitting on the toilet with the camera. You're not supposed to be, doing everything in your everyday life with the camera. That's what people want from you, but it's not what you're supposed to be doing. It's not, as a hip hop artist, what's going to really keep you, Nope. So nervous breakdowns are real. Look at DMX, one of my favorites. That brother was on drugs. That brother didn't have nervous breakdowns, but he wasn't living right. One thing I can say about X, at least he wasn't living for attention. He held on to some circumstances from which he came. X was messing with drugs. X comes from Yonkers, New York. He was running around robbing people, sticking up people. This is a guy that come from the gutter. But he also survived when he arrived as well. He was able to keep himself with certain principles too, but he lost himself from the elements he brought along with him. But at least it wasn't the game and the industry's influence that made him lose himself. He was pissed at the industry, sure. What artists that are in their right mind isn't, but that isn't what ultimately, diminished him. He was a brother that came from a place where drugs, ran his neighborhoods, saturated families. Drugs were, the crux to a lot of the issues, So, but nonetheless, man, you damn right. Hey, dog, X gonna give it to you. X gonna give it to you. So yeah, man, I don't know if you were expecting that, that kind of evaluation. When I heard it, I wasn't, but then, I was like, oh wow, I've kind of, attributed all of those things to that in some form or fashion. In my way, I would have said, that, hey, these guys aren't really durable. They're not strong enough. They're not mentally tough enough. They, a lot of these guys are getting signed at 16, 18 years old. They barely have been in the streets, barely have, material to rap about, and they're carrying the streets into the boardrooms with them. Used to be a time when record labels wanted you to stay out of trouble and they didn't put insurance policies on you. Well, now it's common practice. What does that say? We're going to put an insurance policy on you in the contract because we expect you to die. And when you do, that'll be one of our biggest paydays. In the words of my Spike Lee homeboy that just passed away not too long ago. Yeah, man. So man, keep your hands up at all times in this business and know that you're supposed to be helping your soul. And in turn, that's going to help somebody else. Music is a healer. Music is something that has brought us all to the table in one form or another. People in different countries, people of different languages, different religions. Music has been the common thread. So don't go making music that means nothing and does nothing but destroy, because it's not just destroying stuff around you or whoever you're aiming at. It's destroying you too. It's just the truth, man. So I think I've said enough. Thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and share. Omega Classic Records is the page and the name. Omega Classic Records TV. They just put the TV on my handle, and I've been leaving that, but that signifies, something. That means we share more than music. We share, media abroad, But yeah, man. Oh, we got a comment. First things first. Sign here and here. Ooh, and here. Woo! That reminds me of Dre Day. The Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg. With the white dude behind the desk, he put the contract, sign your life up, your name on this line right here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If you remember that, and then Dre comes into the room with the laser. Bow wow wow, yippee yo, yippee yeah. Yeah, that was Eazy-E signing the contract. But yeah, man. Yeah, like real shit. Don't be quick to sign. Young guys, I know that we've been when it comes to this industry, we've kind of been given these misconceptions about a deal being the ultimate success. It's not. There's so many people that have been signed that you'll never hear about, that will never see the light of day. The truth be told, the record label signs, well, they used to before this, transition that we've underwent with the game now. Because if you don't know, record labels are now signing artists who have established crowds, who are already working artists right now. So they're looking at numbers. They're looking at social media numbers, and they're looking at sales. Even if you haven't sold many records, but you may have sold a lot of apparel, record labels are looking for that stuff. Pretty soon, we're going to have an attorney come on here, and he's a good friend of mine, and he's going to tell you exactly what record labels are looking at down to the number. He's going to be able to tell you what numbers you need to have, and I look forward to having him come on the show soon. But no, that's what the record labels are looking for, and in turn, they're gonna break you. Sounds fucked up, right? Like, they're gonna break you, and I don't mean break you like we're breaking a star. Yeah, they're gonna do that too, but they're gonna break you if you follow that creed that they have set forward. So, to my indie guys, the young guys, build your business, because while you're busy building your business, you're not going to be so fast to sell out for attention or to sell out for a lot of the vanity plays that a lot of these record labels are motivated to get you to sign the line for. If you're busy building a business, I always say, because I have a business other than music. I have an everyday business in the community, and it's a roadside company, and I've grown it. I have at this point now about 8 drivers that work for me in my business. Sometimes it's just so crazy. But I've built that business from the ground up, and I've watched it turn into what it's turned into. And pretty soon it's going to be a business that takes care of me. It already does, but takes care of me without me having to work it. A passive business. So, but I care about my business. And if somebody walked up today, a big roadside company, and said, hey, you want to sell your business? First of all, you got to have the right price. Second of all, who's buying it has to be a reputable company themselves. I spent a lot of time building my reputation with my business. I've saved a lot of people on the side of the road. My technicians that I've hired also carry the sentiments that I carry in this business. So they have saved a lot of people on the side of the road. I'm not going to sell my business to a piece of shit company. I'm not selling to a Walmart. Okay, if that makes sense. So I want my business to if it's sold, it's going to sell to a company that shares the same perspectives for the community and has the same motivations that I have, So, and I think if you're busy building a business, then you're not going to be consumed about vanity. You're not going to be consumed about who's watching you today, who's, liking you today, who done shared you today. You living for that is shallow. It's just the bottom line. So build your business, man. Build your business fan by fan, day by day, video by video, post by post. And with truth, with reality, you're going to get to where you're going. You guys can watch me as a case study because you guys are a part of this great thing. And I thank you for showing up and being here. And I'm happy to be able to, send prizes to people and help people in some form or fashion, help people's lives. Like I wanted my this time coming back, into music because I took a break. I wanted my music to not only help people, in a sense of emotionally or mentally, but I wanted the business to be able to help people economically in some form or fashion. How can I give back to communities? I'm the dude that'll cook up Thanksgiving dinner and then box up a bunch of dinners and I'm hitting the block. I'm the dude that's going to, carry, food goods from a pantry where I was blessed with some things to the men's shelter or the women's shelter. I've taken boxes of formula to the women's shelter, in the name of my roadside business. So, and that's what I'm doing here with my music business, And if you're busy doing that and you caring about people and building these bonds and relationships one person at a time, man, you're not getting ready to be caring about vanity. And anybody that steps into the business plane with you, you're going to want them to perform like you. But these young brothers, they don't think like that first. They thinking, bang, bang, attention, I want that chain, stop it, man. Save yourself, really do some real music or don't do it at all. Because today, how we looking at it now, listen, the music success to prison pipeline, it's more ever present than the school to prison pipeline used to be. School to prison pipeline is damn near, it's damn near becoming a motherfucking non-factor. These little dudes is dropping out, in the 8th grade and running right in the street. So the school to prison pipeline, I mean, it performed so well that, they damn near don't even need it anymore. So now you got the success to prison pipeline. You got dudes going to get record deals. And then as soon as they get the record deal, they might go join a gang. Kind of backwards shit is that. A lot of the guys that I named that have withstood those circumstances, they left the hood behind. Jay-Z doesn't go back to the hood to, try to unite fellow crack slingers and shit and, try to, come up with an underworld endeavor. Like it doesn't happen because it's not happening. All of those guys that I named, they all came from the hood. 50 Cent, you're not going to see 50 Cent in Jamaica, Queens. I'm sure for a lot of reasons, but he's not about to be back there conjugating, so young brothers, save yourself because it's up to you and nobody else, All right, man, I got to roll. I was supposed to be and gone. We at the 2-hour mark. I was supposed to be gone 30 minutes ago. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. All right. God bless you and your house. And I look forward to blessing you guys again with another prize next show. Please, if you know some kids that are doing good in school and at home, hit that line 317-509-0464 and tell me why you think that kid should be submitted. And we'll get them on the list. All right. Yeah, I want to get these shoes on a kid that needs them. Oh yeah, and also a kid has to need some shoes. So straight up. All right. Please make sure that you like, subscribe, and share. Omega Classic Records TV is the page and the name. I love you guys, and I truly do, because I know you all that show up for the most part, besides the ones that come and go, but to Adrian, to Pat Montgomery, to the Slice family. Love y'all, man. Pat, you get here to Indianapolis, hit me up. I don't know. I will scramble something up to drop on you, brother. Give you a hug. Just ain't seen you in a while, and just want to drop something on you to take back to the crib because I know you ain't, here in Nap like that, But yeah, love y'all to death. Once again, thank y'all for tuning in. And submit me some kids, man. 317-509-0464. You'll see the commercial coming out soon, and I'll send the commercial directly to your phone, so you'll have that, and you'll be able to share it with the parents of that kid, and it'll have all of the contest details and everything in there for you. So it's an easy, follow and right there for you to just, pick up directions and information and go, So, but much love. Absolutely, man. Love you to death, brother. This man right here is like a brother from another mother, man. I'm blessed. What can I say? And to you youngsters watching, you can build it too. You ever seen Field of Dreams, Kevin Costner? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If you build it, they gonna come. So build it, man. And if you build bullshit, they gonna come too. That's why they come to your shows and shoot shit up and everything. You know what I'm saying? Bad Field of Dreams. You know what I'm saying? Hood of Dreams. Yeah. You built that, so they gonna come. They're gonna come in the parking lot, get the blasting and shooting around. It's not funny, but I'm just saying, you have to understand, what byproduct means, So, but you can build it too, and you can build it the right way. Build it with, man, with some love, nigga. Like, where your heart at? It's your heart beating, ain't it? You hear that? Use it. All right. I'm out. This is CrossFaded. Thank y'all. Peace. CrossFaded. Man, they never made it.
It's not just music, it's classic.